Ladies and gentlemen, we've gathered today to moan about the loss of, sorry, wrong text. Welcome to our podcast. This is Touhou Radio Next Generation, celebrating Don's birthday. And thank you very much for joining in. And don't forget to leave a happy birthday in the chat. And I really appreciated all of you joining us today because it's very special for me. I mean, you know him. Like, he is one of the most important characters in our podcast, as he's been with us for almost a year already, and I'm so glad to have him with me today. So Don, yeah, first of all, as an official thing, again, happy birthday from all of us from the Touhou Radio server, and so glad that you could join us today.
Thank you. Thank you thanks for the birthday wishes, and as well, thank you all for being here today. I'm absolutely honored to have you guys here.
Well, so we planned today a very special program as Don decided or Don had the chance to pick a lot of songs that he would like to listen to. So he actually made the playlist for the whole stream today. We will talk about Touhou, about a few things, this and that, and in the meantime, you will listen to some very great songs. I heard them all, and I can tell you, it's a ton of enjoyment coming straight at you. So yeah, Don. Well, already, roughly, you said it earlier before we started. In about a month, you would be with us for about a year, right?
Yeah, for a case of in the case of just timekeeping sake, I literally went back and checked arguably the first date that I showed up, and it would have actually managed to have been September 24th. So, funny enough, next month I will have been a part of this podcast for an entire year, which is absolutely insane to me, but I'm really glad that I've been here.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, like, really, as we talked earlier, we had our stream got a boost as soon as you joined our podcast once. It suddenly started to skyrocket from there on, and it's amazing how how much in how many streams you have been actually a guest in. Like, we had so many over the years, right? We had the Halloween special, the Christmas special, the New Year special, the 6-hour one, and so on. So many podcasts in which you've been with me and helped us so much with your support. And right now, I would say, I mean, a good chunk of the success of the podcast is due to you. So I really wanted to thank you once again officially, because it means a lot to me what you've done for us and how much you helped us over the year. And I'm looking forward for another one.
Exactly. It's been a case where, again, if I go back and check it, I probably would be encroaching on somewhere close to 10 separate occasions where my voice is graced, if you will, this podcast. And, I use graced in the most loose of terms, but it's one of those things that I saw it, and I absolutely thought that, a lot of good could come from this, and I really did want to give it my own support. And to see it take off the way it has, and to have have the consistency that it has, it absolutely makes me glad that I decided one day to decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to hop in this thing and see exactly what it's all about.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, thanks to you, we got into contact with so many different people who are with us in the streams, because interested in the people that we had invited, because thanks to you we got the contacts. Also, we started to have some rituals, like the always typical greeting to Hikaru with a short woo. It all started with you, so it's amazing. Like, I mean, a lot of people recognize you already as a part of our stream, and some were very surprised when they were like, "What? Don isn't a moderator now yet? What the hell are you guys doing? This is disrespectful. Do it right now." So,
well, to all those people that actually were around, especially the stream where I happen to have been a large part of. Well, congratulations. Now you guys know I'm taking the stream over. At least for today.
definitely. And the terrible thing is that I won't even get resist. So I mean, like, I'm not resisting, and I'm gonna be taken over. That's something that the Germans know how to do. Okay, jokes aside. Okay, jokes aside. But yeah, well, let's talk about a little bit about Toho and music in general. And like we had over this year, we had two occasions in which new songs were published a lot. Like recently, we had again the event on which the latest Toho game was published, and also new albums and so on. And also we had Reitai Sai and so on. So what would you say was the most important convention or meeting this year so far, music-wise?
You know, ironically enough, I would probably. Somebody is calling me right now.
Okay.
Flat ignore that.
Ah, come on.
I have to flat ignore that. That's not important right now. I'm gonna have to say, at least for now, I definitely go towards Renaissance because it's one of those really, really big events where a lot of music and a lot of good fan-made stuff ends up coming out, and a large majority of it is generally enjoyable. So I definitely go to Renaissance in terms of that.
All right, because for me it was all I could say it was Reitai Sai as well, especially I guess because of the new songs that were published. We had a lot of new, of course, a new album from A1, another one already just been published as well. I can't wait until they are all open to listen on YouTube as well, because unfortunately I don't get the opportunity to get my hands on them. Ah!
Yeah, I understand that myself.
But I've got to honestly say that for me as an Odyssey fan, the greatest punch so far I had this year, in the time was yeah, actually the song that was published last year, or at the end of last year. No, you know which one I mean.
Oh, I think I do in fact know exactly which one you mean. Are we about to get into that already?
I don't know. It's up to you, man. You decide which songs to play, and which and also in which lineup.
You know, you're not wrong. You know what? You just decided you were gonna plug it there, so you know what? We're gonna have some. We're definitely gonna have some fun with that.
All right.
But yeah, no. To put some background to anybody on this, and I know for a fact that I think this is probably the third time I've mentioned this in particular. For all intents and purposes, if it wasn't for So, it would have taken me probably a couple extra months to find out that this song actually released. So this motherfucker right here, I want to say in the middle of the night while I'm doing something, I don't remember exactly what. This man's like, yo, you should totally check this out. And I was like, all right, what's he talking about? And I see it's by A1. I'm like, okay, he obvious. This is a setup. He knows I'm going to like it. But, and of course, when I finally heard it, it instantly became one of my, because it's a case where A, vocalist is absolutely one of my personal favorites in terms of just Touhou music in general. And B, it just had to be a remix of one of my personal favorite themes to hear, just arranged by anybody. So I thank you, So, for telling me about Tear You Up, but you know, the music speaks for itself.
Oh, sure thing, man. Like, when I heard it the first time, I was already like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Like, actually, you had to know, when I heard that sample, like, Travis was just like randomly saying, oh yeah, this is something that I'm working on, and at the end of his stream, and I was listening to it, and was like, oh my gosh. It's real, he's back. And then he worked on it, and I was like, oh, yo, man, you have to check it out. And then when he released it, I was sitting there, goosebumps, tears in my eyes. I was like, he is back. And that's it. That's all I need to say about that song before we could play it. But generally, like, what is the thing that do you like the most about this song?
There's just too much to like about it. It's almost a case of what not to like about it. I mean, I enjoy the way it opens up. It definitely opens up in a way that catches your attention. The instrumentals are absolutely lovely on it, and the vocals. To put it simply, it's a complete and utter mix of exactly what you would expect, and just a little bit of fun, just a little bit of fun here and there.
Oh
So
yeah.
I love it. I love everything about this song, and I'm really glad you showed it to me.
It's still one of my favorites as well. So, okay, I would say let's give it a shot. Actually, do you want to listen to a song straight afterwards, or shall we go back into interviewing afterwards?
We can go back and interviewing after that.
All right, so here we go then. Here is the first song after the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself and be ready to be blown away. Here is Travis Stebbins, aka Odyssey Eurobeat. It was published by A1 and the song is called Tear You Up. Boom! There we go. Like, oh, I love this song. This is the best way to wake up, huh? It's the way. It's the way how to start it properly, and this is the way how we start our in-depth birthday party today. So really appreciate it all that who are joining us today. But first and foremost, I love this song so fucking much. It's amazing how much power you can gain with just one song. I was singing the whole time along, as always, because screw it all. I love the song, and so I don't care if somebody is complaining because my microphone is muted anyway. So singing along and dancing to it is what I do, okay? Oh, man.
I mean, you're not the only one, so to be fair.
Like, actually, which part is your favorite phrase or your favorite part of the song?
I mean, it's like it kind of goes down to two things. One, the chorus is just what I absolutely enjoy, but then there's that ever so lovely little bit. You're the razor's edge, and I hold the knife. Oh, wait a minute, this is Saki.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Definitely one of the best lines ever.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but crack up at that.
Yeah, it's always,
the first time I heard it. Like, it's one of those things that you just kind of realize it kind of fits.
When I heard it the first time in my in his podcast, or rather in his stream, it was like, was that actually meant to be, or was it an accident? Because I didn't understand what he was saying at that time. I was like, okay, that sounds strange, but
wait up.
yeah, wait up, but okay, sounds strange, but it fits. Okay, no problems there. And yeah, funny enough, so. But it's already been so long ever since he released it, and still it's for me like the #1 song that he has released in the last 365 days. Like,
I could definitely agree with that.
I got to say, to be honest, Catchers was nice to listen to, but it missed something. And the same thing goes for the latest one, for his arrange of I think it was Kane's theme. It is romantic, I won't deny it, but I don't know, it isn't like it got me that goosebump and punch feeling, because there was a bit of move missing in it.
I can definitely see it. Not every track is going to be for everybody, but even then, you still have to admit that I'd say most of the songs are actually still pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely, hands down, he's doing a great job.
As a matter of fact, if it was one, not catch one, tear you up. What am I doing? Fucking up already. Guys, help! I think so starting to infect me. Just fucking up everywhere. Anyway, if it wasn't for Tear You Up, I'd have to say that arguably my favorite song that he's released this calendar year probably would have been Walking on Stars, which was something that he was working on the first time I tuned into one of his streams. And just hearing that completed absolutely made me happy.
Definitely. I remember that one as well. Very good. It was also a very nice song. I also can remember the time when he was working on that Brony beat, Luna's Future. Was it? That was actually also very interesting to listen to how he was working on it. Actually, for me, in general, for you people, I'm not really into My Little Pony, like just really 0.0. But the way that I was interested on which basis he making it, and so I listened to the main song and listened to his Eurobeat version. I got to say, hands down, the Eurobeat version is way better. But that's only my opinion, and as you all know, my opinion is the truth. So.
And if you don't agree with it, you get banned. It's a surprise. It's a surprise this is even happening.
Yeah, like that. And I mean, like, there are so many songs, and there are a few songs that I'm still wishing that on Touhou base, on which I really wish that Odyssey would make an arrange. One of them is, of course, what was it? Reaching the what was Immortal Smoke?
Reach for the moon, Immortal Smoke.
Yeah. That one as a Eurobeat version on Travis Stebbins style, on Odyssey Eurobeat version. Oh, I can already feel it. That would be so awesome.
Though I do have to agree with you, I also believe I have to point out that you might be a little biased, though.
Yeah, maybe. But I highly doubt it. Okay, jokes aside, but
No, couldn't possibly be.
I mean, like other songs, like one of my other songs that I actually love, of course, Rain Dance, but also Worldly Spirits, Remorse is also,
Remorse was actually pretty good.
yeah, The End, Time Will Tell. Actually, a lot of
So you're
songs.
spoiling half my playlist. Jokes aside.
Oh, really? Surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah. Death to the Song. Oh, that would be also an interesting one.
Death to the Song would be really nice.
Oh, that I would like to hear what he's gonna make out of that one. And another one, there are a few songs on which I would love to hear Travis Stebbins' version. Like, also, I mean, he had made Chained Lady, but if you would do You and Own was her version, you know, You and Own, like it's like one of the most cliche.
I would love to see an odd twist on a UNO and
Oh
remix.
yeah. Oh, that would be crazy. Like even I would be even interested in a future bass if he would do that. Like
I mean, a future-based UNO, and I'm not entirely certain how I would feel about that.
I would just looking forward what he would make out of it. It would sound very interesting, I guess.
I would say so as well. I think it might actually be pretty interesting if it's done right, of course.
And Alice says, "I dig an Infinite Being arranged by him."
Shh! I was trying to not be biased on my own accord.
Candid Friend. Oh, there are a lot of
Tory theme remix. That would be lovely.
Oh yeah.
I could always use more Candid Friend.
What? Also, Wind God Girl.
Because everybody's got to love Zin's waifu.
Yeah, sure thing. Damn it. Like, there's a reason why she is the main character in my book. So, Godforsaken. She's freaking cute. Okay. I said it. You heard it. It's alright.
So excited, confirmed.
I definitely right now cheated on my Moko, but I hope she wouldn't kill me for that. Unfortunately, she is already in the chat, so I think I'm gonna get grilled later. Guys, help me. Can somebody provide me with a shelter for at least, I don't know, a century or something like that?
You can always come hide in Makai.
Oh,
I've
great.
already got you hostage anyway, so.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, great. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, is Alice with you then?
You don't know that.
Damn! Oh, it was only a meh. Okay. I think I was forgiven. Fortunately. A few seconds later, I'm gonna kill you. Okay.
As if Solo's missing and I all of a sudden have to stream Solo, we all know exactly what happened.
Yeah. Somebody burned that poor guy. And I know who. Uh-oh. I'm so gonna be toasted.
Guys, I'm gonna have to start getting the gun. I'm gonna have to start getting the. I was not prepared for this day.
All right. So what's next to plan up?
You know, I'm looking through everything, and you know, I'll admit, I'm not going to let you run through all of my Eurobeat right now. So I'm gonna tell you that. But you know, I'm actually kind of feeling I'm feeling in a pretty felt mood.
Felt. All right.
Yeah.
So that would mean, where is it? God damn it, where's the felt? I mean, I wasn't.
The question is, which felt song am I talking about? So.
Is it so, huh? Oh yeah, talking about hashtags.
The absolute trendsetter for that one. I'm technically sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Alice just said, I can confirm there is spare room in Makai. Also tax breaks. Yes, but also I'm so dead because yeah, Moko just confirmed that I'm gonna die. So is so dead. So definitely dead. I'm so.
so in danger. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you digest.
The life will be sober.
You know, it's actually funny considering the fact of the matter being that one of these songs I was referring to was Life by Feltz, and the other one just happened to be Liminality, which is in fact a He Got Retort remix. So,
I don't know which one to go for.
I'm kind of sorry for you right now, but you know, I'm kind of feeling. I was definitely actually really feeling Life.
So why?
Like someone wants you dead, so I say live.
Wait a second. Where the hell is there? It is. It's Live. Okay, so we go first with Live then.
Yep.
All right then. Then let's give it a shot, right? So
Yeah.
let's celebrate Don's birthday and also yeah, the death of my burial, or rather like my engulfment by flaming tornadoes. Here we go. The last thing that you will hear from me before I'm gonna get burned into smithereens. Here is Felt with the song called Life. That was felt with the song Life. Well, the opposite of that thing that I'm gonna be as soon as Moko is done with me. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to be turned into charcoal, or rather like ashes. I think there's nothing left afterwards. But yeah. Oh yes. Great song. Just a great song to listen to. But yeah, already so that it's confirmed that I'm gonna die after the stream.
As a matter of fact, as someone told me in another hashtag it's over, or rather hashtag it's over.
Oh man,
it's over.
But yeah,
poor so.
Yeah, definitely. That poor guy. I don't know who he is, but wait a second. Oh man, that's me. Yeah, dead like me. It's just let's talk about things which are happening right now, like all the talks about the latest installment in the Touhou franchise. What is your opinion about the new game, in all perspectives?
You know, it's actually kind of funny. I'm currently pretty blind in terms of the new Touhou. I mean, I've seen a little bit on the characters that have come out, and some of them are interesting, others maybe not so much. But I'm probably going to wait and hold my opinion until I actually play it, which is something that I can't necessarily say in the past, especially with things like Legacy and Lunatic Kingdom, where I can already tell, you know, these characters right here, I'm definitely going to like them. And these other characters, well, they're probably going to be all right, but I might not like them nearly as much.
But I mean, like, the thing is about the game, especially one character is being bashed out and about, and it's the Xbox ex-boss. Like, let's be honest here. A character who looks like Junko and has the capabilities similar to Yukari. It's not really original, isn't it?
Yeah, and people are going to get on that, but at the same time, you know what? So, sometimes this manages to happen.
Yeah, it's just a little bit awkward, I guess, especially as Junko is still in fresh memory. And
yep, being the last stage 6 boss to come out before 16.
I guess that's the reason why we all think like, oh, they look like twins. It wouldn't surprise me if Zun will come up with the idea with, yeah, they're twins. Because, yeah, kinda looks like it, but nah. But in general, we know about the new characters, we know about the future plans, which other games are about to be released. But on the music front, I've got to say, the only song so far that actually stuck with me the most is the intro and the first stage theme. They're the only ones that actually stuck. All the others, I don't know. They are not really remarkably good or something like that.
They're not really that memorable for one reason or another.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like none of them really stand out as really good, but at the same time, none of them really stand out as bad. So
that's definitely the point. Yeah.
You can't entirely get mad at that, but it kind of makes it interesting to see exactly how people are going to take that and arrange it for their own personal tastes. So Lord knows what's going to happen. And to put it simply, again, I haven't necessarily too deep into 16 just yet. I'm probably going to at some point in the near future for multiple reasons. I kind of am the in my own personal little circle of friends, I am pretty much the guy to turn to when it comes to Touhou. I'm going to have to dive into this sooner or later. I can't entirely put it off for too long. Sure, I have a bit of leeway right now, but I can't put it for too long.
Oh man. But yeah, it's like there all around the game, I think right now what we are experiencing right now is that the franchise is more and more or rather like the main influence in the whole franchise right now is more from the community itself. If you think about it, I mean, of course, the basic game and lore is made by Zun. However, the franchise itself, or rather like the whole community is bringing up the whole most of it to increase the popularity of the whole game series.
You know, if this keeps up and it seems to be starting to become a bit more drain-driven. God, holy lord, fan-driven, as one could potentially say. Watch something akin to a coming out made completely by a fan that's going to rake in more. And ironically enough, there's a face I absolutely wanted to see in the chat today. Hey, Par, glad you could make it with us.
I mean, like, there are so many different characters right now already up, and what I like about the whole Touhou franchise right now is the opportunity to dig into very different branches of it. You know, like there is of course music, there is anime, there is manga, there is fan fiction, there are fan games, lore.
There's just so much to it.
Yeah,
it's a joy to look into, at least if you look in the right places.
I mean, there are sometimes things in which I ask myself, why would you do that? But yeah. But what I actually understand is that I would love to see if old characters from the 98 era are coming back, talking about, characters, of course, like Shinki and all the others. I think it would be so amazing.
I would love to see them to a couple of them, and by a couple of them, I totally mean Yumemi and Mima, because you know everybody needs to see Mima again. But no, Yumemi actually was, for what it's worth, I actually do have some bias towards Yumemi, because Yumemi in particular was actually the first character that I actually got into that was from the PC 98 era.
I mean, wouldn't it be a nice title, for example, I don't know, Touhou 17, Return of the Makai or something like that, you know, like something a more sinister past.
If we can get into a goddamn if we can get into a rebirth of Makai, that'd just be amazing. It was just a matter of time before someone said that. Yeah. Yes, I know. I had to get the way, Alice. I couldn't help myself.
There are so many characters that definitely need to be then in the game. Like everybody's waiting for Return of Mima. There are all people waiting for Shinki. There are also people asking, as you said, for Yumemi. So many characters which are just there, and all the people are waiting and grieving for it for their return. So,
Touhou 17, Makai Strikes Back.
Something like that. Or
someone get on it about that. Just make sure that it's less copyrighted. Just make sure it's less copyright infringement. Don't need people in the West trying to get too big.
Memories of the Darkness or something like that, as he likes to change somehow the title always from the main happening. So something like that maybe. Definitely, what I would like to see as a X-Boss stage would be like Reimu fighting the 98 version.
Oh god, Reimu fighting herself.
That would be actually very interesting, you know, like a parallel universe in which the characters have to confront each other's past. For example, Alice versus Alice. That would be funny as well to think about.
That would be. I almost feel sorry for Alice at that point. To put it simply, one could actually one could say, yeah, the 98 era had no real inspiration, but of course, if you did in fact decide to bring those back, you could give it that inspiration that it was lacking. Potentially. Yeah. This is all theory crafting.
Well, it would be very funny to see which characters would make it, or it would be like, you know, like Genketsu and so on, all these characters as well. I would like to see more of these kind of angel characters as well in it. So that would be interesting to see as well.
Yeah, seriously, can we get something that's supposed to be divine that isn't Tenchi?
Oh, that would be interesting.
That's technically a shot at must actually Tenchi.
Definitely. Playable: Alice, Yuka, Reimu, Marisa. Oh.
Those that actually were the remnants of the past, effectively. And for the love of God, don't bring back another game where Yuka's playable. Please, please no. Last time that happened was Mystic Square. And we all know how that ended.
Wouldn't it be
Always
funny to
remember.
have characters like Nitori, for example, as a change? Or like a surprise character like Suika? That would be funny. Think about her capabilities then.
Yes, let's just fly around with a drunken Oni. That sounds like a fucking blast. Let's actually do this.
Think about all the characters, you know, like I was just killed by a drunk lolly who was flying around and was changing shape and size. It's like,
That's
okay.
exactly how like so we go out.
Yeah, something like you know, like a normal day in Makai, a shape shifting yokai jumping around, being drunk, and being a lolly character and beats everyone. Yeah.
I can see the headlines now. Local lolly only destroys everything. Oh wait a minute. Wasn't that 7.5? Wasn't that inventory limiting power again?
Yeah. This is just, you know, like that would be hilarious to see things like that, or just Touhou characters that that are underappreciated. You know, wouldn't it be funny to have something similar to the Fairy Wars once again? Some minor characters to fight. You know, like Rumia, Wiggle, and so on. All these minor characters. That would be funny as well to see how they have to confront. Or actually, like a shift in whole things, like all the subordinate characters fighting their own masters because of some kind of incident. That would be interesting as well.
That actually would be pretty interesting. Now that you mention it. Let's see exactly how long it's going to take for everybody to just come back and see how are we going to deal with all of the subordinates trying to take over.
Well, let's see about which battles we would have. We would have Sakuya and Mailing versus Remilia, Koakuma versus Pachuli, Ran versus Chen, or Chen versus Yukari. Oh, that would definitely end in a massacre.
That poor cat.
And we would have Yuyuko versus Yomu. Reimu versus Yukari. Kinda.
Do we really need more Perfect Cherry Blossom? It's technically a lie. We always need more Perfect Cherry Blossom.
Raisin versus Aaron.
See, sorry, waited. PCB was my favorite game.
Perfect Cherry Blossom is awesome. And then we would have what else? Raisin versus Aaron and Tei versus Kaguya. Kinda. I don't know. There are a few mix matches that would be very interesting to see how they turn out.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with this.
Hatate and Aya versus Momiji. Ouch. Poor little Momiji. But Momiji can do it. She's a strong girl. Also screaming out for our little Hikaru here. I don't know. Which other meetups or face-offs can you imagine?
Technically speaking, we've got Fudo versus Miko.
Oh, yeah.
And by extension, the entirety of the Miura Temple.
Oh yeah, definitely that one as well. Hijiri versus
shout out to my boy JD because fuck Buddhism.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Junko versus the moon. Please, she'll never win that battle.
I mean, the other would be like Iku versus Tenshi, Toramaru.
Please, Iku versus Tenshi is a normal Tuesday for Iku.
Oh yeah, typical. What was it? Do it. Just do it. Do you know the video?
The final boss, Zun versus Beer.
And the beer wins once again.
Every time. That beer has gone undefeated.
Yeah. And what else? There are actually a lot of others, I guess. Like Huh, which... Oh, yeah. Shiki versus Komachi.
Komachi.
That would be also a thing.
Wait a minute. Didn't we have that with Fantastic
Flower View? I don't know.
Little Miss, I should have been doing my job versus really should have been doing your job.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's be honest. The Eiki is one of the most fucked up bosses that you have. Like, that's basically cheating. She's firing at you from every angle. And also out of nowhere.
Hero versus die, you say?
Oh,
die,
okay.
you say? More like die, you say?
Daiose, aka Big Cup.
The Greater Fairy wins every time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spoil that now. Greater Fairy wins every time.
Well, I guess you then definitely
Shadow versus Gensokyo, you mean Great Fairy War?
Yeah.
Or are we trying to go Impossible Sparrow card, except instead of Sage, it's actually...
Oh, that would be also something like Kanoko and Suwako versus Sanae.
Poor Sanae. That's two. You're going up against two gods. I don't care if you're a Shrine Maiden and a demigod.
She will be torn apart midair.
You're probably outmatched. Your name's not Rainbow.
And what else? So we call it surprise, motherfucker. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Malin versus the giant catfish.
Top 10 anime battles right there.
Marisa versus Mima.
Orinoco versus Satori. You know, the Revenge of the Pets.
Revenge of the Pets. Not bad. Oh, which other characters in this situation do we have? Mailing versus Kenshiro.
Okay, now we're just getting absurd.
Yeah. But in general, we have a lot of interesting characters who could phase off each other.
There are definitely a lot of things there that could be played with. I can see the fanfic writers writing already.
Oh dear. Yeah, but okay. Before we while we come up with new ideas for face-offs, how about another song? So, what would you suggest?
I'm seeing as we're about to get into the first hour mark, and I see it wasn't for technically speaking. I wouldn't necessarily say if it wasn't for him, but I'd also say in this particular sense, if it wasn't for him, I would have never been introduced to the circle. So I'm gonna have to go with some Amado Jaka reverse because you know,
yeah,
you know exactly
who you mean. Yeah, I definitely know, and I already can hear what he's going to say.
It couldn't have possibly been Power over here.
No, definitely not, and I can hear him already say, "Did I just hear?" And we say, "Yes, you did."
Yes, you did.
And what we mean by that is, of course, Amado Jack Reverse by Tamaonsen. Actually, a very nice one. And Trump versus the Wall.
I mean, the Wall's obviously winning. It hasn't been built yet.
Oh, okay. Versus his own ego? That would be interesting.
Exactly.
I think that would be an eternal fight. Well, I think that would never end. I think we need at least... it's like how many episodes do you have to make to fight Trump against his own ego? More than Dragon Ball Z. But okay.
The power levels will be too absurd.
Yeah. Over 9,000 stupidity.
Exactly.
But let's... Yeah, there we go. Did I hear Tamaonsen? Alright, because I think he would go nuts if we don't play it right now. I think we go straight ahead and play the song, right?
Give it to him. Give the people what they want.
All right, here we go then. The last thing that I will say is Sakio versus Dio, and here we go. Here is Amano Jack Reverse. Tamons, and enjoy the song and hear it afterwards.
常日頃から真逆より着々着々と画策する計画は盤石不安感に反感無茶苦しに来た弱者魔の弱打ちでのこう土から出てくる力なしなど一からしないけどとても身近なつくも神がまだ見ぬ逆転世界ならばすぐ隣悪者の美嫌われ者から見たつわものもいずれ夢の後になる根底から覆しぶち壊しひっくり返し姿変えるは幻想郷ひねくれて棒求め理想郷機論境で変わる環境逆境弱者による強者への下克上空の上城の中弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと逆さまダブルリー約束約束のキャッツをパターン口さんの略走上下左右入り乱れたいビリザミラ鏡の国で自力が見たいラーキパシアー窓してストローク引かすどんどん回すただこれらも一つの代償そうこたちされわずかにある可能性崩れるヒエラルキー最高築と作れたピラミッドリバースイデオロギー動機がだんだんと自我持ち動き出さん参謀リスクに関して語り方し何も知らぬ小人騙し騙し強者の支配下で目につかぬ弱者の企み我々がレジスタンス空の上城の中弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと逆さま全てが逆さまになる世界でめまいて丈夫前に気づかない味方ができか味方があれば太刀打ちできない見たかったこの未来たった一振りされど一振り天に落ちる様食いにどっぷり我ら力弱き者たちの逆進撃すれ革新的ワーニーフォーのピンクフリーキーラップ最大最大にバスリスキーギリギリの綱当たり目の前の出来事も何もかもわからなくなるさどうぞ超結構刺激するスペルカード高血にらずばなんとやらとくと味わい人間念願の挫折を手出すまたごまとしてくれる敵戦中逆転が重要技術の中よいよい柔道弱い強いかしのいだね毒には3発ボイスなら上か下か左右の大福に手あるとは情けないなでも一回理解してどの能力みに余ったら後のもう一度そこまでしてくれる敵試され天中逆という人が魂がよいよい酒を使うようと一緒のいだと声大によったマス大乱闘右未来逆だけがしかねあれかそなうとライフのなでも一回理解してどの能力小物とあなたと前にもう一度空の上城の中弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと逆さま空の上城の中弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと逆さま空の上城の中弱き者変わらぬ思いのまま意地の丸ハブルなってほらまだ落ちる上にと逆さま
And that was a little bit of a switched over, or rather turned over world. That was for you, Reversed Ideology by Tamons, and I hope you really liked it as well as I did, and also our guest. But yeah, freaking hell. The first hour mark just came in very quickly, hadn't it? And back on the topic, back on the roots. So, what's gonna happen next? I was actually thinking about a few other things, like what would be the arch nemesis or the most ridiculous arch nemesis for each character? For example, for Moko, a fire extinguisher. And Hikaru showed up. Do you know what it means, Don?
Oh, you absolutely know. I know what it means.
Okay, so let's let it hear. 1, 2, 3. Woot! You're definitely gonna kill me afterwards of that.
No, but thanks for showing up. Thank you for the wishes. I'm glad you could make it.
And yeah, so let's get it. It's a lot of fun today. But yeah, as I said, Moko versus Fire Extinguisher. What else do we have?
Chirdo versus an AC unit. Chirdo versus a god. Chirdo versus the heating plate.
I mean, like Suwako versus Chuno is always a kind of a rivalry that is famous between or very liked by the fans. But which other face-offs do we have? Or like most ridiculous stuff? What about Yuka versus Lava? The latest, because it's a freaking, it's a fucking love. I mean, like that fucking thing eats eats flowers for breakfast. I mean, that would be ridiculous, but it would be very funny. Also, I actually like the design of Lava because finally we have a literally a butterfly, and not some kind of a bug, as Daiose is. Because let's be honest here, Daiose never looked like a butterfly.
Wriggle. It's like we've always had Wriggle, but we all know exactly how to end.
Like Wiggle is also we don't even know if it's a boy or a girl, and also he's often mistaken as a cockroach. So I don't know. One of the saddest character in Touhou franchise. Sono Nanoka versus Sono Nanoka. Are you serious?
Hold on, who said that? I need to shout you up. You are amazing. That was beautiful. You're beautiful. Don't change.
What else? Oh yeah, Reimu versus Money.
You mean that thing should never get?
Oh, that was harsh. But I like it. I'm such a mean person. I don't care. Which other? Gotta get ready for the day, but see you guys around. Yeah, see you around and which other characters? Oh, Nazurin versus Oring.
Cat versus Mouse. But then again, if that's the case, would be a problem for Orin versus Seibo Miji or Kagero.
That a wolf? I don't know. Wouldn't it be more like? Okay.
Well, okay, you got Kyoko because cat versus dog.
Yeah, then we definitely had that dog and cat dog fight.
versus a bed.
Oh, that's actually peaceful.
Please, we all know who wins that battle, Sakuya, because everything is going to be knifed.
Yeah. Actually, in that case, Patchouli versus Marissa Stealing. What else?
Rated Nazarene.
Which other ideas do we have? Medicine Melancholy versus Alice.
The doll versus the doll maker.
Meet the master. Meet the maker.
I've got one for you that nobody would ever see coming. Nitori versus Rakudo.
Oh. That actually is not bad.
Engineer versus Robomaid.
That also reminds me, like in Nitori versus a Tsukini. Facing the opposite against her beloved cucumbers.
Then again, Nitori versus Hisatensoku.
Kogasa versus being scary.
We'll still forever love that. Enjoyable forever, Umbrella Yokusei. That is still the inside joke. It's never going to leave.
I mean, she is still a very, very cute character, isn't she? I mean, she's just way too cute right now. I mean, if you look at Nico Nico and so on, she is like the main character in at least a third of the new made dogas, as she's kind of a cute character and she always tried to be scary, but never succeeds. Patchy versus going outside.
Man, the sun is a deadly laser.
Wouldn't it be also Orin versus Moko, as Orin wouldn't have a corpse if Moko burns her enemies? Parsi versus Jealousy. Oh, I have one. Wiggle versus Yamame.
Oh my god, the Battle of the Bugs.
Wait, it's a spider. Come on. It's a fucking spider. She could even take on with Daiyosei and with Larva on Wiggle's side.
I'm sorry, I think I'd have to go the route of at that point.
Sorry?
Too many bugs. Not enough fire.
Oh, definitely. But well, okay, let's think about daily daily things or gadgets that we use, which would be characterized by a Touhou character. Of course, the most simple one is Aya and a photo and a camera. But what others do we have?
It's totally Aya and a newspaper.
Newspaper. Oh, you mean paparazzi? Yeah.
Exactly.
What else do we have?
Got the Everyday Life house cats featuring Channel.
Yeah.
One of those really isn't a house cat. Let's be real here. You live with a tiger, you're not gonna. At least you're gonna never have to worry about people trying to invade your house. So a show. Oh my god! I think I lost myself. Thanks, Pyro.
But what else? How about, I don't know. I mean, like, what if you would make them, for example, sell things from our daily life? What would it be? For example, I could understand that the Tsukumogami around Raiko would be in for a music shop or something like that. But what else do we have?
Just remember, when you look at every turtle, always remember Genji.
always. Oh, Momiji versus a collar. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! That's definitely not fair.
Shin versus Orin Overwatch. Okay. They want the fish.
The fish! Oh gosh. But which other things would we have? I don't know. There are so many characters which are just funny enough to
be fair, if you had anything like in band shop, you've always, on top of Radico, you've also got any other Prism River Sisters.
Yeah. Prism River Sisters and
Marissa would work at a sexy shop.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why? But why? I thought Alice is more or less the one who would come up with dangerous drugs.
Oh my god. Oh man, that's great. That is just great.
I mean, I could understand her with dangerous stuff, but yeah.
I guess it's because Marissa's always still.
Which other characters? Ouch. Oh, actually, what about Byakuren versus what was it? Versus actually, wouldn't it be funny to see Byakuren fighting some kind of a disbeliever or something like that?
So Rainbow.
That would be also, but we had that battle already.
So an object and Hopeless Masquerade.
Yeah.
Religion Wars. because everybody needed that.
Is Mamizo the manager of said sexy shop?
I don't know where the idea of the sexy shop, but you know what? I am thoroughly amused.
I mean, I guess it's because of the mushrooms. You don't know which kind of anthrophobic they got inside.
Oh boy.
But then again,
Oh
what
boy.
about Patchouli? What about Alice? Especially Alice. I mean, she builds dolls. I don't need to say any further.
I think So's had a little too many ideas, friends.
It's all your fault.
What are you talking about? It's not my fault. What
I blame the community.
possibly be at fault?
I'm blaming the community. It's a society.
I thought you were actually going to go in because you, Alice. There's a fan connection there. We're not going to talk about that.
Mailing would work at a yoga center. No, she would be in a bed shop.
Nah, I can totally see you saying we're moving on. Moving on.
What else do we have?
We don't need Hopeless Masquerade. I agree with this. Give me back my ground fighters, please. The air is scary.
Yeah, but funny enough, interesting characters and interesting themes. So many ideas. Yeah.
So many ideas. Speaking of ideas, I think, I think we're going to go ahead and try to get into the next song. Or
Okay.
a pair of them, actually.
Which ones?
As a matter of fact, they're both by the same servant. Man, I just enjoyed both of these songs a little bit too much over the past couple of years when I think about it. Specifically, Vermilion and Vergere by the Circle Audio Serrata.
Oh, I definitely knew that you would call them.
I can't help but just keep those two grouped together because of the fact of the matter being, effectively one after the other, with Vermilion basically being the starter of the two.
Hmm.
And if anybody ever were to question exactly who it is my favorite character, it's kind of hard to say. Because there's basically a top three, and Shinki's managed to get into the top three, but it's always been Shinki, Yukari, and Remilia. And so there's just something about Remilia that, akin to Mei Ling, I enjoy hearing a lot of ranges of Sepet.
Okay.
And this is probably one of my favorites, just because it's not necessarily what you would expect. Being a jungle drum and bass range of Sepet for the Dead Princess.
If you say so, then I'm very interested and keen to find out what exactly it will play out to. Okay, so let's get into it. And then I would say let's start it all with with Vermilion and then Vergere.
However you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, Vergere, I think. I mean, like, it sounds like French, and French is very...
Well, let's just knock two of the bigger ranges out of the way, because let's be real here, Necrophantasia and Sepet for the Dead Princess, everybody loves those.
Okay, let's go like that. So there are now 2 songs from Audio Serrata, 2 songs in a row, and I would say let's dig into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here are 2 songs in a row. Here are then wait a second. Here we go. Here are Vermilion and Vergere, I guess. Enjoy the 2 songs and hear you guys afterwards. All right, these were 2 songs in a row. First song was Vermilion, and the second one was Verger, I guess, from Audio Serata. Really nice songs, especially as a little bit of a relax in between. And yeah, I understand why you like them so much, Don. And well, it was a nice, refreshing change in character. But just like the songs, a lot of things changed over the years. I mean, like when we started, I had only the most general things with me, and until now the songs have changed, the character has changed from the stream, and a lot of different things. Yeah, amazing how time flies, isn't it? Right now just waiting for Don to unmute. There you go.
He lies.
But yeah, generally interesting songs, a lot of passionate music, all that our stream was made on, right? Like this was the main element on which our podcast has started, and now this kind of different songs, different characters, genre, and a lot of new themes as well. I mean, like over the time we had a few new songs which were based on new characters appearing, but most in general, the thing that I'm most happy about is that we were able to keep up with the tide of time. So we had different songs being played here, being published like on a monthly base, actually. Like there were so many different, and also get the opportunities to talk with producers, like for example Baba Music, and just last week with Defric Crescentia. So people who are really like has some kind of a title and fame inside our community for making great music. And if you get the opportunity to and talk with one of those great people, who would it be?
If I had the opportunity to, God, that's okay. So I'm going to automatically throw out the big one because, well, we already know who the big one is. That's definitely something that I would totally be on board for. But if it wasn't Stebbins, let's throw that out. Let's throw that out the window. If it wasn't Stebbins, geez, I'm not entirely certain. There are just so many. There are so many good circles and good producers out there. Like I'd love to get behind the minds of the individuals who do things for 2D sound, and even some individuals like Soundholic. Even though I know the language barrier is going to be something mad, but like some of the individuals that managed to make some of my favorite arranges, some of my favorite music, it would be a joy to at least be able to speak to them in some capacity.
Well, good thing that I can speak Japanese, right?
Exactly. For everything else we've got so, and yes, that is so.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly it would be an interesting thing to have all these kind of people with us at some point. Especially because I was always looking for a Japanese, circle to be as a guest of mine. That was something that I was been interested in for quite a long time, and still looking forward to have one at some point in my podcast. But yeah, that would be something that would be really great, and that would be on my list of my definitely want-tos.
Also, to answer your question, Yuka, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's totally not my birthday, so yeah, no surprise on everybody. It's totally not my birthday, except no, it's definitely my birthday. So I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy.
Nice to hear that, and also I hope that you will have a lot of fun here. So, Touhou character-wise, recently, what would you say were the character that you say that was actually a great idea that finally that kind of a character appeared in Touhou?
I'm going to have to go back to 15 on this one, and
okay.
I actually am really really interested in. I'm kind of glad that that interest never really faded. And Sagame.
Ah.
Like, I thought that was actually really, really fucking interesting. And god damn it, now one of my hey, so remember the days where you had it you knew that were like in no real way connected to the community at all?
Hmm.
Yeah, no, now I've actually got one of my own friends in this bitch, so thanks for the wishes, Chris. Glad you could tune in, glad you could be here to celebrate this, I guess you could say, wondrous occasion. I mean, it's not necessarily that big for me, but I'm just glad that this is happening.
I mean, gosh, you only turn insert age.
23. Like I'm
Once.
only turning. I'm still pretty young, I swear.
That's what we all said. And then in the end, we all said, "Oh man, I'm so old."
No, I'm gonna just pull a U card. I'm forever 17.
Story of my life, huh?
No, but to get back on topic, Sagame, I kind of like I saw her design. I was like, but then I heard what her ability is and how people have interpreted it, and it's something that continues to just intrigue me the entirety of the way. And you son of a bitch. See, this is why you got that nickname. Sorry. I have effectively dubbed Chris the Cheerno of her, and as such, he's being that guy. He is being that guy. Congratulations, you are being that guy, and now I get to embarrass you in front of several tens of people. That's a lie. Until I send this everywhere and everybody sees this. In which case, I'm really, really embarrassing myself.
Well, what shall I say? Touhou Radio Next Generation. Typical stuff happening. Title of the podcast, things happening.
The absolute shenanigans.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to the future of the community, the games, installment.
So, I can totally say shaky here, right?
Yeah. Totally.
No, but like outside of wanting to see we do something really, really exactly. It makes it something everything's fresh.
Oh, certainly, definitely. Like we are always waiting for new characters to appear, and I mean there are a few characters that I would love to see, but first and foremost, I mean, there is always the problem with new characters, like how long will it take until the community accept them? Like, we can see that situation right now with the recent new characters, and also with a lot of discussions here and there talking about the creativity lack, or the creativity as
the lack thereof. It's really a case of people aren't going to be happy the moment they see it under most circumstances.
Yeah.
But it'll take some time for characters to grow on people, and that's something that, hell, even Acacia. Remember when everybody was bashing Acacia?
Oh yeah.
That was only a year ago, and people seem to really like Acacia. I mean, grannies don't like Acacia, but
it's always a bit difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it just takes some time. That's all.
I mean, we had so many characters which started out to be okay, not really my type, and then in the end turned out to be really beloved by the whole community.
Like, here's a little known fact for people, for the lovely people here. When I first got into Touhou, I actually hated Saki.
Who?
Saki and Patrick. I absolutely hated them. But the reasoning behind this actually was, yeah, totally. People totally stopped bashing Acacia. That's a lie. People still bash Acacia. The thing about it was, my first game was, as I mentioned before on one of the various podcasts I was on, I don't remember exactly which one. My first game was Hitsutetsuku. So, playing a bunch of Soku, the individuals that got me into playing Hisoden Soku, one of them would not stop absolutely thrashing me with Sakuya.
Hmm.
And because of that, I just had an innate natural hatred for Sakuya. And of course, and actually, the same individual would pull out Patchy, and no matter what I would do, I'd play Marissa and get stomped. I'd play Utsuho and get stomped. I'd even play Remelia, which, by the by, the reason that I liked Remelia so much is that Remelia was really unorthodox in that game, and I absolutely loved it. Like it was moth to a flame. It was love at first sight. I couldn't help but love Remy. I couldn't help but love the Remy. Still get stomped by Patchy.
Hence your name's Don Scarlet, huh?
That's exactly where the Scarlet came from.
I knew it. I freaking knew it.
There's also a joke that I'm kind of glad I lost the actual picture that accompanied this joke. But someone once sent me a push link of basically someone superimposing my face on a Remelia picture with they basically But the funniest thing about this meme was not necessarily the meme itself, but the push link was effectively 30 FPS. And being a bunch of gamers, we all got a kick out of that. So I'm basically, like, for what it's worth, to those people, even though I'm pretty certain they'll never see it, the legend still lives.
I guess it's pretty similar to the story of the legendary picture, a meme of Crescentia. Like Crescentia told us once about the meme that he accidentally produced.
He ended up memeing it. Yeah, he ended up memeing his friend. Yeah, no, except instead of memeing your friend, no, you.
It was crazy, wasn't it? Like
it was one of those things that we would all, like, every so thing.
Well, as I always like to say, crazy stuff happens. Especially with the Touhou community, there's always something crazy happening at some point.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, it actually kind of baffles me a little when I think about how I've kind of been around here. Not necessarily as an admin, because I've been engulfed in Touhou for roughly over 4 years. Like, I only became an admin roughly 2 or so years ago, and well, we all know what that got me. But like, it's a case of it's funny the things that you end up realizing when you end up in a community, especially if you end up in a community. Like, to wrap this around to an earlier point, you mentioned that you had zero interest in the My Little Pony fandom.
Yeah.
Well, once upon a time, I actually was in that fandom. And funny enough, one of my favorite pieces of media from that fandom was Discord, by, of all people, Odyssey.
How the change work,
So of course, it's like, so at some point or another, and guess what? So I kind of have to laugh at that.
I mean, when I heard first time when the sun goes down in Initial D, I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice. And I checked it out, and I was like, baffled, mind blown.
Like, it's even funnier because this led to another conversation that I had with the same friend that I was conversing with about just how long I had been apart and just how much things have changed. To put it simply, I ended up realizing that I had actually indulged myself in a bit of Touhou music before I ever really got to Touhou. Because thanks, Flowering Night, you're too damn big.
Definitely. But it's this kind of some strange occasions that makes connections, right? For example, for me, Touhou, the first contact was, of course, typically when I was in my Vocaloid time. I was at some point, translating songs for people, and most of them turned out to be Vocaloid songs. At that time, I stumbled upon Bad Apple. I was a little bit surprised about that it wasn't Vocaloid in general, but something called Touhou, and I wasn't actually into it at that time. And I think it was around, yeah, 3 years ago when I heard the first time, 2 years ago when I heard the first time some different songs, different arranges from Touhou, that I was actually really into the whole thing, and ever since, never changed, never stopped.
Like if it makes you actually, to put it simply, one of my favorite things to mention. When I finally got into Touhou, my first three favorite songs were Remy, and Mei Ling. They were arrangements of Sepet. That was my bad. It was Sepet, a you and Owen arrange that I want to say it was Iosis. I want to say it was. I think I'm actually wrong in that regard. Forget exactly who made Grip and Breakdown, but it was Sepet, you and Owen, and the reasoning behind that one was the actual video for it was a complete large reference to Tekken, and I am a huge fan of the Tekken franchise.
Definitely.
And the very first arrange that I heard of Mei Ling's theme, like, to put it simply, at one point, I want to say of all of the themes that I had ever really consumed in terms of arranges, Mei Ling had the highest density.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it's one of those things that Mei Ling has always been one of those that I've really, really enjoyed. And had I probably had my way and made that list significantly longer, I probably would have 4 or 5 different, both Alice and Magi 17 and Oriole's Treehouse Chinese Tea remixes on it. Because I just don't get it. I seemingly don't get enough of it.
Oh, definitely. I guess it's really like the old saying, a Jao a day keeps the Sakuya away.
Yeah, you're not wrong in that regard.
Definitely. Like, one of the things that I also first saw about Touhou was actually M1 Grand Prix. And I was surprised, like, wow, there is something really funny like that. And it's about, it's actually made on the base of a game. So, well, let's give it a shot. And ever since, really fallen for Touhou and still here, as I would say. It's interesting, isn't it? But yeah. Well, talking about in-depth and so on, what is up in your mind right now?
The next songs I'm contemplating playing right now.
Which is?
You know, funny thing here is, did I realize that I overloaded on a very specific, I overloaded on a circle. I told myself I wasn't going to overload on a circle, but I overloaded on a circle. Like, looking at the songs I have here, I came to the realization that that circle has the most density, and I guess it's because I am a sucker for orchestral arranges. And in my mind, I can and will be proven wrong sometime in the near future, guaranteed. But in my mind, nobody does it better than 2D Sound.
Hands down, hands down.
So, I'm going to have to say, 4 that I have here right now. I'm gonna have to go with arguably my favorite of the 4 right now, and that's technically a lie because 2 on top are really close to each other. They kind of jockey back and forth.
Okay.
But for a friend of mine who might end up watching this sometime in the near future, Chris obviously knows him. But I'm going to have to go ahead and I'm gonna lead off with the thriller, and just a double dip on him in particular. Actually double up with the Charming Domination remix. That was it was the epic Charming Domination remix, better known as Scandalous Prayer.
Yeah.
And both of those happen to be one of those is one of my favorites. Dark Room, probably my favorite arrange of you and Owen. But Charming Domination is a big favorite of one of my friends. So I kind of have to absolutely play both of those songs right now.
Okay, so starting with Dark Ruler and then Charming Domination, or the other way around?
It was starting with Dark Ruler and leading into Charming Domination.
Alright, then so it will be. So let's continue our tour through the best of musics from Dawn. So here we go with the next song. Here is Dark Ruler by 2D Sound, and afterwards, and again from 2D Sound, this time it's charming domination. Enjoy the songs and hear you guys afterwards. Oh, yes, baby. 2 awesome songs in a row. I hope you like them as much as I did. This is what I love about Tutti-san, about this epicness in every single song of them. It's amazing, isn't it? And oh gosh, it's just fun to listen to that song, to that work, and hope you feel the same way. But yeah, well, closing into the last hour, isn't it amazing how quick time flies?
Well, when you're having fun, such is the case.
Yeah, it's always right. It's always when you got the most fun. Time flies by as if there is nothing to stop it. Or actually, there is nothing to stop it. Oh, maybe Sakuya. Go to ask her.
If only, if only.
Yeah, if only I could use Zabardo. But then again, I could also ask Dio. Oh man. Talking about JoJo. A certain someone in my family actually started to watch JoJo as well, and actually kind of liked it a lot. And it's very funny as this certain person is making a lot of references right now while talking to me. Sometimes pretty annoying, got to say, but sometimes it's very, very funny and soothing. So I sometimes ask myself, why is that person actually into it? But yeah. It's a very
sometimes you never know what a person's going to get into until they actually get into it.
Yeah. But yeah, so any idea for a topic to hit on?
Crap, put me on the spot, guys. It's over. It's like, yeah, show's over. He put me on the spot. Now I don't know what to think. That's actually technically a lie. I'm actually pretty good at this. For all intents and purposes, so I you know what? Just because I can and I have the capacity to at this moment in time, I have to ask, what was your favorite podcast that I happen to have been a part of? Considering that I've been like firmly ingrained in this podcast, seemingly.
I don't know. Like, for example, I really liked the Initial G podcasts, as they were really fun to organize and also to stream. A lot of people were there, and to see how the ratings went, and how, for example, the very first one was decided on the last song. That was actually really a lot of joy to watch. Like, until the last song, we didn't know which one would take the cake, and
it was still too close. It was too close to call.
And then literally last corner in a perfect dorifto, the whole thing ended up as a victory for Touhou. However, the second one was literally Touhou bashing Initial D into smithereens.
It was a landslide. That was kind of crazy.
I mean, first it seems like, okay, Initial D can turn the things if they like to, but then suddenly it just dropped from there on.
Touhou, and you guessed it, more Touhou.
Touhou rules. And if you say you can prove me wrong, and join us on our next versus in Touhou versus Initial D, which is right now at the current time in the planning, and where we will we will have a few nice guests with me at that time as well. So prepare yourself to see Don once again.
Guess what? I still ain't going away.
And we will have a few more judges as well, but also, of course, your decisions will also influence the turn of the battle, as your points also majorly influence that outturn of this epic fight. Then, for the record, right now, so far, Touhou and Initial D had 2 face-offs, and both times Touhou won. One time very, very barely, and the other one pretty decisive.
Was pretty decisive. However, I would love to see Initial D pull one of these out. I want to see it stay fresh. No, I'm not going to influence my decisions on that. But I want to make that clear. I'm not going to if I feel like something was better than the other one, that stays how it is. If it just so happens that I happen to be really feeling Initial D that day, well, then I'm feeling Initial D that day.
we will have to see which songs will be played, and this time we will change a little bit the rules, as I will ask my guests to bring in 3 songs from their own from their party, as we will look if we can divide the team into teams, like if we got some songs facing off each other, and if there are some very interesting ones. And for that, I will organize the whole thing in the next upcoming days and weeks, I guess. And I try to make the stream happen before I will have to resume into to university daily life. So only a few more weeks to go until then. So really looking forward what will come up until then.
See, I'm actually about to segue into my next pair of song choices, if you will. Like, to put it simply, one of these songs, I know for a fact, me and you have raved over a lot. Because it's arguably one of my, if not my favorite song by Odyssey himself.
Oh.
And I think you already know what it is, and I don't necessarily have to say it. But seeing as it is a celebration, I can't have a celebration without this song being played at least once.
Definitely.
I was about to say thrice, but that's not necessarily meant here.
Let's just say I want to see some girls bend over. Ladies, well, prepare yourself. I'm horny. Okay.
Careful, sir. We don't need you dying twice in one. We don't need you dying twice in one podcast.
I'm immortal.
So much. I can only bring you back so much, man.
No, you can only kick off so much from the Makai every time.
Dealing with burnt corpses is not my specialty. But following that song, I have to say this is actually one of those rare things that when you first played this song, I don't think you realized that this song actually had a very large amount of history with me. Because this was a song that I had actually listened to roughly around the time of first listening to Shade Lady. And if that tells you anything, that was roughly when I was first getting into Touhou. So, for all intents and purposes, well, so you're getting quoted, it's over. It is over. But, so I'm gonna have to say, decided to turn up the beat, letting everybody feel feeling a little bit of extra power now. I'm gonna have to say, going from Worldly Spirits into the NLJ Records Miracle Hinako remix.
I knew it. I freaking called it. Damn it, I knew it. But yeah, of course. So we will start with Worldly Spirits, and definitely that one of the songs where I will sing along the whole time on my side. Muting myself and then singing like crazy because I enjoy it, and at the same time I don't want to make all you feel awkward while singing like a crazy maniac. Oh yes. Women and guys of the earth, we are. Definitely will be a lot of joy right now. So, and then afterwards, Miracle Hinako, huh?
Miracle Hinako. Yep. One of my personal favorites of all time. You hear this? They're already asking for it. They're asking you to sing.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should do it. Like, Don, it's your stream today. You decide.
No, I'm gonna let everybody else. I'm gonna let those in attendance. Decide on that one.
Okay.
I'm not actually singing it myself, but
if you say that I should sing it, guys, please leave a yes, fuck yes, whatever yes, in the chat right now, so I can find out if you're really into it or not. Because if you are, I definitely got to prepare myself. Especially prepare you to cringe.
No, Chris, my voice is horrible. You do not want that. Don't even kid yourself.
But yeah,
you hear me enough every time I speak to you, and I speak for hours on end.
Okay, so far we have 2 yeses.
A pair of yeses.
A pair of yeses, but
make that 3, 4 yeses. We've got people. Yep, it looks like it's gonna be happening.
Oh gosh. First of all, I got a little bit first, because and there we go, and there we go, and prepare for cringe, a lot of cringe. Because I always hear for people singing, hecka yes, okay, preparing myself, and I hope you guys prepare yourself for a lot of cringe, but
by all means, everybody, prepare yourselves for the melodical voice of Fujimama no So.
Going berserk. I love to sing. Oh yeah. That's more pain than we cannot stand. Okay, sorry guys. So gonna die.
So you're killing me.
Alright guys, without any further ado, here we go. Enjoy the little bit of singing. Here is Worldly Spirits featuring Fujimama no So. Enjoy the song. The year is 2017. The world has been swallowed by cringiness and weeaboos. But only one party is resisting the awkwardness of all of them around. This community is called the Touhou community. And within this community there is a stream called Touhou Radio Next Generation. And there is a warrior fighting for great music every week. His name is Fujimama no So, and he is bringing you the worldly spirits. Enjoy the naughtiness of the Chile. Beat it! Gotta find a way into my life. Yeah, you're the only earthly joy I wanting tonight. Give it to me, yeah, get down on the ground and I would see you bend over. Yeah, come over. Let us indulge all the earthly joys. You know they wanted to be my life toy. Give it another try tonight. I'm gonna make this loving right. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women and guys of the earth, we are. You don't know the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. I can hear you smiling while you're trying not to scream. You're every incarnation of a terrible dream. Everything we do is dirty and wrong, and I can tell that you like it. Don't you deny it. Let us indulge all the earthly joys. You know you wanted to be my life toy. Give it another try tonight. I'm gonna make this loving right. Take another shot for the worldly spirits. Women and guys of the earth, we are. You don't know the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. As darkness reaching out for all the community of Japanese culture. In the shadows of weeaboos and awkward people, a lot of strange otakus and wannabes, there is still a little community fighting for the right thing. For a music great and precious, and spirits always rising up to the top. And you're part of it. Give another try tonight. I'm gonna make this loving right. Take another shot for the worldly spirits, women and guys of the earth. We are. You don't know the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. Take another shot for the worldly spirits, women and guys of the earth. We are. You don't know the land if you don't know what's in it. Take us to the brightest star. Let's continue with Miracle Hinnacle and draw the song. Alright guys, clap your hands. I want to see your hands up in the air. And get ready to spin! Let's spin that and spin and spin and let's get sick and vomit all over the place. Sorry. That was Miracle Hinako. And yeah, there was a reason why I didn't sing this song, because my kawaii voice doesn't seem to be very cute. Okay, sorry for that weeble stuff. Gonna kill myself later, don't worry. You don't need to take care of it. But yeah, awesome tuned songs, huh? I like them a lot and really happy that we had them in our stream today. And so what you up to right now? Or rather like, how did you like it?
Let me just tell you, so I always enjoy myself sing, but I swear to the heavens, I thought you put a little extra into that today. So okay. I gotta thank you for that.
But yeah, seems to be like a lot of a lot of people are enjoying it right now, the stream. Really happy to see that and how much the people are appreciating it. So what's next, or what's up next?
I mean, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time before I decide to drop another pair of songs on you that I know for a fact that I'm going to like. And it's almost getting to that point where I'm starting to hit literally every single song happens to be upbeat in some way, shape, or form. But how do I want to proceed with talking to you is the better question. And I mean, we know of the man Fujiwara no So and the things that this man likes. He likes his cars. He likes his cars. Nah, I'm joking. That.
You definitely haven't mentioned my cars. Do you
totally
like my car?
You totally don't.
Definitely not, especially not that I'm a fanboy for Lancer Evos, but generally...
Not even.
Always go for the Mitsubishis. Yeah.
Oh, anyway, it's like, had I actually planned on having you sing at all, I probably would have snuck Rain Dance into the playlist.
Rain Dance at the end again?
Nah, I had plans for the end. They may or may not have included the end, but that's either here nor there.
Okay, I got a bad feeling about... No, actually not a bad, but I got a feeling.
There's nothing but good vibes over here. Like, when I just think about things, right? Just when it comes to just where I've been in terms of this community and how far I myself have come, even though I may or may not be one of the bigger names in the community, I'm not entirely certain. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a big name. I'm definitely not up there with some of the other admins that I know of, like Remy, who I managed to get on the stream somehow.
Yeah.
Like Randy Akumo, like Koakuma's Krispy Kreme, like Yokai Satan, Saltori.
Show the sober drunk.
Like I wouldn't necessarily call myself that big. Like, and you mentioned Show, and I'm just kind of sitting here going, he hasn't been on the podcast yet, has he? Now that you fucking mentioned that to me, I don't think he's been on the podcast.
So yeah, Show hasn't been on a podcast so far.
I might need to work on this.
All right. Well, if it works out, fine by me.
just remind me when you did, like, if this doesn't actually manage to work out before you go back to university, remind me when you decide that you're going to try to run another podcast. I'm going to see about this. This is something that I need to remedy.
All right, I will try to get it done. And I still want to hear So sing Nezamarido. No.
Do you like my car?
But I mean, like, I definitely know that iOS will again monetize the video for themselves, because I just played Miracle Hinako, and so usually I get an iOS or what was it? Usually an iOS claim for it.
Somebody's going to hit that, but you know what?
I don't care.
We knew the risk going into it, and we didn't necessarily care. This is a special occasion.
NJK Records, I think it will.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow it will work out. Usually it's only monetization, and I don't care about it because if you guys didn't know, I don't monetize my streams due to copyrights, and also that I respect all the arranges, the circles, and all the rights go to them. So I'm just playing them, the song. So please support the original official releases.
Please support the official release.
Now I've done the cringy part. Now we can leave. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
You ain't done yet, so.
Oh shit! And I thought I could run.
I got you here for. You can at least give me that. But Nah, you see, I could easily be egotistical now, but I'm not gonna go that route yet. Keyword here, yet. Could. Not necessarily going to. But I'm gonna just say, like, probably like I have every time I've been on this podcast, that it is always a treat to be here.
Happy to
like,
hear.
I joke, I laugh, I enjoy the music, I enjoy the people. And as my boy knows, there shall be no escape. The reign of John shall live on forever.
The domination has begun, huh? Oh, dear.
Whoa, so you were just talking about being horny. You were talking about bending ladies over. Don't get too kinky on us.
And finally, I got screwed up. Like, today's podcast, the title of today's podcast, let's see how Soul's dominance crumbles into little pieces of shit.
Moral of the story, whenever I show up, I take over.
Always losing the control. Well, bad. Yeah. It's amazing. Like, every time we have a lot of fun here and all the people, and I mean, like, I don't know. I can't remember when it all actually started with that rain dance thing, or rather like me singing on the stream.
I wanna say it happened sometime in, I think, November. Like,
Could be, yeah.
Don't quote me on this. I want to say it was November. Like, I want to say it was, for what it's worth, it was definitely during the times of which I definitely was like super watching the stream. So it literally had to be sometime last year, like late into last year when I first started. I know it didn't happen when I was first on the stream. Like,
Yeah.
I know it didn't happen when I was like, I know it didn't happen the first time I was here. It didn't happen the first time I was a guest. But it definitely happened sometime around October, November. I don't remember if it was before or after the Halloween special, but it definitely started happening.
And I still ask myself, why do people actually ask for me to sing? Like, are they all so retarded and they want to die, or what's the reason? Are they...
Damn, so... Whoa, so... Yeah,
you all want to die, don't you? You all want to die!
You're going a little hard there, friend. But no, people enjoy your voice. People enjoy you singing. To be honest, I don't blame them.
Definitely still surprised about that.
And I will say this now, Chris, no, you're not getting me to sing. That's not happening.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen. Okay, maybe it will. Maybe it might happen in the future. You don't entirely know that. I don't entirely know that. But it's not happening now.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it really is just an absolute treat being here every time that I'm on. Like, that's just something that's probably never going to change. I can't help but enjoy being here.
Well, it's just always a pleasure to have you around. So for me, today is a win-win situation. I can talk with you about a lot of stuff. We can have a lot of fun. At the same time, apparently, I might gonna get another subscriber. It's an all win-win situation. Profit is coming into Boris.
You're welcome. But shoot, how do I want to jump off this? God, it's like looking through this playlist is like equal parts nostalgia and just really just the things that I've come to really enjoy over the years. Just, it's absolutely like it's only really just a taste of what I have listened to a lot. Like as I mentioned, I happen to know of a lot of mailing remixes, and as a matter of fact, ironically enough, I don't think there is a singular Touhou remix on here, which is another one of those that I just enjoy listening to. Just
what remix? Sorry,
especially Nuclear Fusion.
Oh,
Solo Sect of Mystic Wisdom.
Oh,
I don't have a singular one of those remixes on here. That's hilarious. I mean, I have Hellfire Mantle, but that's neither here nor there.
That would usually call for warning again, but
generally that would call for warning. But
then again, it's so standard that we need to find something else, huh?
I mean, I have a couple others, but one of those is significantly longer than it should be. The key word here is longer than liminality, saying something. Some people probably already know in the chat exactly what remix we're talking about here. But what to play? You know what? I'm sitting here talking about nostalgia, and hold on a second. I want to double check this. I don't think I have hit that point yet. Well, that's kind of hilarious. I knew I had a couple hiding around here, and I still haven't hit them yet. So you know what? We go hit a pair of those.
Oh, wait a second. You lost me just for a second.
All right. So to bring you in and to clue you in exactly what I'm talking, you know, both songs on the playlist, yeah.
Wait a second. You just ripped. You just the contact just broke off for a second.
Oh, dear Christ! I seem to be having some technical issues or something. Keyword here or something. Not entirely certain.
From whom?
Soundholic.
Soundholic. Oh, there we go. Red Tears Doll. That's one of them. I think it's the only one I can find that instantly. Yeah.
Red Tears Doll is definitely instant. Which is actually kind of ironic because if you were to sit back and look at the playlist that I'm seriously looking at on YouTube, they were literally one after the other. I need to stop literally listening to the song right after the other and then grouping them together. But these two I just can't help but group together. I want to say it was Perdition Crisis. That was
yeah, you've got two songs in a row, so
yeah, like it was Red Tears Doll and Perdition Crisis.
I think so, yeah.
The actual boss theme for Ellie back in the day.
Should be that one. Yeah, I think so. I got right now. I got one that is only saying Soundholic on my laptop again. I guess at the end.
I can guarantee that's the exact. Definitely play that one second. But Red Tears Doll is just. I don't know what it is about Red Tears Doll, other than the fact of the matter being that it hits hard, it hits heavy, it's Yumeko. I can't help myself.
Okay.
We're Makai taking over right now.
Then let's say we'll play two Soundholic songs in a row.
Yep.
All right, then let's waste no time and dig into them, right? Here we go then.
Yes, sir.
So guys, enjoy the songs. Here are Soundholic 2 times in a row, Red Tears Doll, and the other one is, sorry, I can't read the title right now. I hope you guys like it anyways. Enjoy the songs and hear you guys afterwards.
「
All right, sorry guys, kind of screwed up. All right. Yeah, there you have been, 2 songs in a row. 2 very nice songs I've got to add, and I hope you guys like them. Well, other than my little fuck up right now.
Nah, you're fine. You were absolutely fine.
Yeah, so we are closing in on the final stint, huh? Only about 25 minutes more to go.
Yeah, it would seem that way.
It seems
I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Definitely, it was really a pleasure today with you, and still is, and looking forward what will come up in the last few minutes as well. So, let's talk about future plans, for example, for your channel. What's going to happen?
What's gonna happen with me? I'm not entirely certain, to be completely honest with you. I mean, for what it's worth, I know for a fact that I'm gonna be around at least once more with the initial G stream. Technically speaking, for all intents and purposes, I should actually be around here twice more. Because A, there's the initial G stream, and B, when the audio project really does finally kick off, I believe you wanted to run a stream for that as well.
Oh yeah.
And of course, me being a part of that means that I'm going to be back once again. So everybody look forward to me being around more, because everybody loves that.
Most definitely.
But I know immediate plans today. As soon as I'm done here, unfortunately, I'm not going to be around for the. I'm not going to be around in the Discord after the stream because I'm going to be taking off, heading to the movies with the family. Gonna get myself some dinner not too long after that. From there, I'm not entirely certain exactly what I'm gonna do, but so long as the evening is actually freed up, I think I'm going to have a couple of extra things going on here and there. I feel like for all intents and purposes, in terms of my page, I might actually. The thing is that I've been on again, off again. Like absolutely getting back to running that like to the fullest of my own potential, and as such, I'm probably gonna get back into writing soon. because it's one of those things that I tend to enjoy doing when I when I actually decide to sit down and do it. Just having the chance to just kind of think out, and write, even if only a little bit. It's kind of one of those things. It's a passion as well as a hobby. There's just so much you can do when you've got yourself a bit of a blank canvas, and having I wouldn't necessarily say wherewithal, but I want to say the word that I really want to use here is absolutely escaping me right now. But it's one of those things of having the tools in place to, in my own mind, think that, maybe I can actually put something out there that people are actually really going to like. And it's been shown in the 2 years that people actually really like what I do. So, and I couldn't just up and leave on them. Like, that's something that I just never really could get around to doing. Like, I enjoy being around here on the stream. I enjoy being in the Discord. I enjoy interacting with the fans, and that's something that I don't think is ever going to change. So,
really appreciate
I can honestly say that for what it's worth, I can't necessarily leave I can't leave yet.
Man, I'm so glad that you'll be with us so often and afterwards as well. So, yeah, looking forward for the next one. So, as I said, I'm gonna go straight to the plannings of the Touhou Initial G project again. Gonna plan with whom to host the whole thing, and which songs to play, and all the things like setup as well.
Oh, and of course, I've also gotta do myself stream that favorite. I've gotta see if I attempted to get show onto this podcast myself.
I mean, there are so many things that I have in my mind and plans, but in the end, it's always like you can only do at max 5% out of them.
It's a case of it's all about how to get everything to work out.
Definitely.
And so long as you actually have the ability to do.
Definitely. Just do it when you got it.
I always say this. Making the page Shinki was arguably the best 4:30 in the morning decision I have ever made.
Oh. Yeah, and from now on, I hope everything will turn out even better, right? Like streams and projects. Yeah, especially the voice acting, or rather like this, the whole drama, the audiobook project. It's slowly getting somewhere. Everybody is roughly prepared for it to happen. Now all we need is just the one instant to start it all off. The thing is, we already know what we're gonna do for the trailer. We know how, or rather the basic rough is made for the first few chapters. Now it's up to voice them and make them alive, or bring
all it really takes is a singular step.
Yeah. Also still thinking about my future plan of having Travis at some point in my stream. That would be awesome as well. Oh, that would be really nice.
I'm telling you, I believe it's going to happen one day. I really do. And if my predictions stay true, it's going to happen one day. It's going to. I can't say I didn't see this coming when I made that prediction all those months back. Again, almost a year ago to the day. Like, I want to say again, like, you were sitting at some, I don't know, like 20 or so subscribers.
Yeah.
When I first jumped in, it was like, you know what, I really like this. You know what, I'm going to give it my support, and I believe this thing is going to get big.
It really grew
over
time.
See that you're almost at 350, even if it is just still a bit of a small growth, it's not necessarily a meteoric rise, so like absolute fame and stardom.
Yeah.
It's still something that I absolutely think is just great.
I would say we're doing something different, or something that wasn't done before in the community, and especially in the genre that it's like that always has a bit of a difficulty to start up. And still, we tried. I didn't give up on it first, and right now here I am. So, really looking forward what's gonna happen next, and what the future has planned for me, and or for the podcast itself. And yeah, looking forward to share the time with all of you and sharing the journey with you guys as well. So, let's keep it all up, huh? Even though that's before after my summer break is over, definitely there will be a long time break first, because I need to focus on university. There are some things in life.
There's some things you gotta focus on.
Yeah, definitely. But just as soon as they are all over, then all done, then I can focus again on the stream and coming back stronger than ever. That's always the way. Try to crush me, try to break me down, I will rise again. Well, that's Fujiwara no So for you. And
moving on to the next song before we get to a potential point where final goodbyes and things are said, at least for this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of horn another song in me, and so should definitely remember this one, because this was, if memory serves, the very first request that I myself put on the stream as a guest. It was the Apparition Stalk the Night remix, Rubius theme.
I know, that also started up the whole Sonanuka theme. So if you ever ask why they have freaking hashtag Sonanuka started, it was Don's idea, and it was Don's fault.
It was all me. I couldn't help myself in this argument. Again, this is a theme that holds a lot of nostalgia with me. Like, alongside the Prison Brother, the Phantom Ensemble remix that started the podcast off, this song, it's two of the first three that I really wanted to commit to memory. So I honestly enjoyed every time I pull. I never get enough of it. It's just one of those things.
So I guess, as the tradition calls for it, hashtag Sonanuka in the chat right now, guys. And I will start up with the song now. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here is the song that started the hashtag that also make the cringe time and my life a little bit more than crazy. Here is Rumia's team. Apparitions Stalk the Night. Enjoy the song and hear you afterwards. Stalk the Night. Well, somebody asked for the Eurobeat one, and that would be called It Is So by Travis Stebbins. Also a wonderful song, I love it as well. That was partially the reason why the hashtag began. It was because that one started the English one. However, the Japanese one, So Nanoka, started with this one. Every time I hear a version of Operation Stalk the Night, I think of those lyrics. Well, yeah, it's quite a song to remember. Memorable songs, memorable mentions, I guess.
So many memories.
So many memories, yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Oh man, but yeah. Oh. So 9 minutes to go. Amazing.
It really is.
Did we actually had a podcast?
It's like, wait, we had a podcast today?
It's all over now. Wait a second. Where's my time? Give me back my 3 hours.
Oh man.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? So, final dash to the line. What happens?
Well, I'm gonna just openly start off saying, you know, this is. I'm at a loss for words right now. Is apparently what's really happening here. This is definitely something that I was surprised it was going to manage, and when you approached me to actually have it, I was at a loss of words. I'm still at a loss of words. It's damn near over, and I can't even believe that this has actually really gone down. Like, it is probably like an utmost honor for me to actually be here, just celebrating my birthday, and arguably one of the best ways I can. And that's enjoying one of the things that I do. One of the things I actually happen to enjoy most, and that's being here with you guys.
I really like it. I really like to hear that you enjoyed it. It was, I mean, like, all I wanted today was that you will have a bit of a joy because I had the time for it, and absolutely, it's the least I can do for all the help that you have done, done for us. I mean, you did so much for our stream, and you helped so much to grow it, and also you're just this awesome fella, and I was like, that's the least I can do. So it felt just natural to ask you if you would like to, and I'm happy that you liked it.
Like, this is probably the greatest birthday that I've gotten thus far, and that's definitely saying something. Because thinking back just on some of the things that I can really say absolutely stood out. Just heading out on vacations on days like leading up to say today, getting grand things. They all my birthday, and being able to just sit back, relax, and just kind of enjoy the good vibes and the happy. It is absolutely surreal.
Happy that you enjoyed it that much. I mean, like, I was thinking if you would have it as a joyful time just for in between or something like a starter, it would be great. But if you like it that much, I'm very happy and pleased that and relieved that it worked out properly for you. So.
I'm just glad you, like, to be fair, I'm actually glad you all were the entire podcast. I mean, it's kind of hard not to, considering the things that So does, considering how generally the music played here is pretty good, and it's just one of those things that I feel or that I even might have any reason to, but even then, it's still all the same, and I just, I'm just really happy about this.
Yeah, just, you know, all the best for all the best for our fellows, all the best, because there is only that much I can do, and if it's if I can make you people happy with it, then I'm gladly going to do it. So, yeah, just in general, Don, thank you so much for all the things that you've done already for our podcast, and looking forward for the great future we will have all together.
Yeah, no, you say you couldn't have done so much without me. I wouldn't be here without you actually having the podcast in the first place. So, quite honestly, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here.
It was it was just natural, I guess. It's fate. It's fate. It's destiny. And
See, I always knew there was a. I mean the vampire, not the moderator here. But I guess the thing here is because I was contemplating. I actually had this on the playlist just in the event that I was going to pop it out. But I was like, now that I'm sitting back and thinking on it, and looking at times and whatnot, I don't actually feel right having this be the final song they listen to. So you know what? I'm actually going to scrap that, and instead I'm switching to something else that I don't even remember if I actually did request this or not, or if I actually requested another arrange of this song.
Okay, what would it be?
But it's the Legendary Illusion Infinite Being arrange. Like, I want to say it was either this one or it might have been another one. I don't entirely remember. I have to effectively dig through my notes and see exactly what the hell I did. But I'm gonna be real. I probably wanted to end on the end at some point, and only recently that I decided, nah, you know what? I've got to go out like a true shot. So you know what? This celebration is nothing without the podcast, and that includes you, Remy, Yuka, all of the moderators, and it really is nothing without all of the people that actually contribute and actually watch this. And as such, I feel like, for all intents and purposes, the possibilities for this ever so lovely podcast are, in fact, infinite in its own being. Yes, I did just pun there.
Okay.
So, I guess final words from me before the final song plays. Again, just an absolute thank you to you all for actually being here and celebrating this day with me and enjoying the music, enjoying the show that So and I put on. It's nothing without you guys, and as such, from the very soul, I absolutely thank you all, and I do hope that you all have a glorious day, because Lord knows I am going to, but I want you all to enjoy yourselves as well.
Okay. Well, Don, I wish you all the best for your birthday. I wish you all the best for the coming year, and I'm very glad to looking forward with you into another 365 days of joy and fun. Actually, 366 this time, because it's like, right? No, 365.
Leap year.
65. 66 is in 2020. Got a brain fuck there already. But I'm really looking forward to it, to enjoy another time with you. A lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment, a lot of new experiences. And to wrap it up, what would you like to listen to as the last song?
As I mentioned, that electro rock remix of Legendary Illusion Being.
That,
if you could potentially find it.
Oh, wait a second.
I swear so.
Do you remember Legendary Illusion Infinite Being?
Yes, sir.
The electro rock version, I guess.
You are correct.
All right. Then we will finish, wrap it up and things with this one. So thank you everybody for joining us today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And yeah, please remember that you can always subscribe to the channel, and I try to be up there at some point again. Quickly doing that in German and Japanese as well. So 皆さん今週もどうもありがとうございました。またぜひ今度またお会いしましょう。And in German, ja, danke fürs Zuhören, Leute. Und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal, ne? Bis dann. So, let's wrap up things with Legendary Illusion Infinite Being. Thank you, John, for being here with me, and all of you. Have a great time, have a great night, wherever you are, and enjoy the last song. Here is Legendary Illusion Infinite Being. See you around.